Today I just want to present to you my thoughts on designing from the outside in. When designing sustainable buildings, do we think about the surrounding landscape? Do we think about the sun that hits this landscape, that warms us, that brings us to the outside, that makes us want to be in the outside space? We do, and what happens is that we think about that sun not just when it warms us, but when it makes us too hot. When we think about how do we bring that sun out, the heat out of the landscape, we use light materials, we reflect that sun. We think about including more soft landscaping in urban realm developments to counter urban heat island effect. This soft landscaping can absorb the heat so that we don't experience excessive hot summers, and at the same time can be utilized in a way through the colder periods and in the evening times. We have to think about the shading that needs to be provided in these urban realms from both trees and maybe artificial structures. Shading that is as much an enjoyable place to stay when it's hot, but also so shelter from maybe excessive rain or other inclement weather. We have to consider the wind that surrounds us, coming from every direction at different speeds, but we can capture this wind. We can use it to full effect to cool us, but we can also protect ourselves from it using shelter or shading devices. And then we consider the water. We introduce water into our landscapes, not just as a visual element, but as an actual physical element that can cool us in combination with the wind, somewhere that we can sit beside and enjoy and appreciate a more comfortable thermal environment. When we look at our landscapes, we also have to appreciate what they actually do for us. In our landscapes, our food is grown, that which sustains us. In the landscapes, we also find water bodies that can collect water and clean the water that is both coming directly from rainfall as well as being gathered from surrounding water bodies. We look at our landscapes and we realize that they connect people and they connect places. We study them. We look at where people are coming from, where they're going to, and we make decisions in landscapes based on appropriate pathways, reducing walking distances, encouraging outdoor activity and less vehicle transport. Our landscapes highlight places. They emphasize maybe the buildings that are in those places, or they emphasize something that's important about a place itself. But our landscapes also protect places. They recognize the intrinsic natural value that is found already in a landscape, and sometimes it's not necessary to actually design anything. Sometimes it's just as important to just highlight it, but leave it alone and protect it, but bring it to people's enjoyment and attention. And so what do we create? We create healthy landscapes. We create landscapes that encourage people to be out and about, to run, to walk, to undertake exercise, because a healthy landscape will encourage a healthy population. We provide educational landscapes, places where people can gather and both present, can educate, can teach, places that are outside classrooms, somewhere for anyone from school kids up to older ages to enjoy an outside experience while at the same time learning. We provide accessible landscapes. Our designs ensure that all mobility types, all people can enjoy those landscapes and move through them. And the landscapes that are created, they encourage economic activity outside. It's not always about having to have lots of retail. Maybe these spaces can have multifunctional uses. Maybe they have temporary economic activities, and therefore reducing pressure on development on a land that doesn't necessarily require it all the time. The landscapes have to be flexible. They have to encourage activity of all types, of all scales. And this activity brings people to a place that they might not have previously inhabited. It encourages new activities to take place in a landscape or an urban realm that wouldn't have previously experienced that either. We design places that are gathering landscapes, that bring people together, whether it's individually or as a group, they come to a place and they meet other people. They undertake activities there, they maybe just sit and relax there, but it's a focus point. It brings people into the environment and out of buildings. We enjoy playful landscapes, landscapes that can be enjoyed by people of all ages, whether it's through interaction with water or play elements, or just through the activity that takes part in the landscape itself. This is something that is important in a sort of day-to-day that encourages people to just work and rest. We introduce the play. And finally, we introduce relaxing landscapes, something that recognizes all those different climates, that when you're in them and you're comfortable in them, it's a place that you yourself can relax and enjoy that which is around you, taking you out of a building but into the landscape. And so our intention, our hope is that through all these different measures, ultimately you create a sustainable landscape. Because it's a landscape that's been utilized, it's been used to its full effect. It's providing something that's supporting network as well as a sort of focal point for bringing people to it. It's not standalone, but it's fully integrated. And with a fully integrated landscape, the building itself is also sustainable. Thank you.